What's happening, everybody? Back here with another video just to try out this Dupli-color system. I've wanted to try this out ever since I rebuilt my 125 because I accidentally just put the red stuff on the louver for the rad on the 125 and it turned out pretty good, but I feel like if I would have first painted it with the chrome part, it would have came out like an anodized look, like as if you're powder coating it. So I'm going to try that out today and see how that works. So this is the two-part paint system, I guess you could call it. It's Dupli-color. Basically what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to put a chrome coat on the part that you're doing, and then you're supposed to put this on right after it dries. So you do this one first and then that one second. This is like a transparent red. So when you have this on, when you paint this on after, this is going to come through, but it's going to look like a candy apple type color. This is basically what the color it's supposed to emulate. This is anodized red. This is a piece off of a kill switch that I ordered, and so what the goal is to make this here look that color. So now I got the 80 sitting there, so that's usually where I do all my painting on the floor. So I'm gonna get the 80 out of the way, and then I'll get some cardboard down on the floor, and I'll get to painting the chrome on the brake lever. I've got the first coat done here. It's looking pretty good. Usually I tape stuff like this off because there's a pin that goes through there. That's what the brake has to pivot on. So usually I tape that off and keep it free from paint, but the amount of paint that's getting in there I'm not too worried about. And it's such an old bike that the pin is it's hard to find, so I won't be able to get another one. And the clearance is so high right now because it's such an old bike that I'm not overly worried about paint getting in there. But other than that, usually if you have surfaces like that, you want to tape them off so that paint doesn't get in there. Right, so I got the second coat of chrome on, and now we're going to go on to the red color and see how that turns out. So I got the brake lever done here in the red. I did 2 coats of the chrome and I did 2 coats of the red, and it came out looking pretty much exactly what the cap on the red color that is. So it's pretty close to that anodized look, I think. So if you're trying to get like an anodized look and you're on like a budget, or you don't want to pay for powder coat every year, because if you're putting this on dirt bikes, I mean, it's going to get scratched. So if you're going to want to, you know, have your dirt bike freshened up every year, I think this is the way to go, because to do it in powder coat, unless you've got all the equipment yourself and you've sunk the money into it already, I don't know if it would be worth it to do that. But just to do this quickly every year, 2 years, wouldn't be too bad. So I think next I'm going to do just the end of the pedal, just the spot where I'm going to be hitting with my foot. Like my boot is going to hit this for sure, and all this, it's probably going to scratch it, but this is where most of the wear is going to happen. So I'll probably just do that in rock guard. Got the lever all done up there now. I got it done in the this Dupli-color anodized surface color system is what they call it, and I just did the end rock guard. I'm probably gonna have to do that a couple of times because it doesn't seem to be getting along with the anodized paint there, so I might have to do that a couple of times. But like I said, this is just the brake pedal, so this is probably all gonna get scratched up anyway. But if you're on a budget, I think for like $30 for the whole system, I think it's worth it. One thing I want to mention about this color system is a little advantage over powder coating is you can do this to anything you want, like plastics, or it doesn't have to be metal, because with powder coating you have to electronically charge the metal piece for the powder to adhere to it. So that'll about do it for this video. The next video is going to be putting the bike back together. So I'm going to put the brake lever back on, I'm going to put the plastics back on, and the bike's pretty much going to go together. I'll probably fill it up with fluids and start it. So if you want to see that happen, make sure you like this video, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell.